The good liars. They were at the Libertarian convention. I don't know why I didn't go. And they witnessed delegates apparently sending a message to Trump. Here is the good liars. They tried to bring in, I think, the first 3 rows of the audience were Trump voters who were not libertarians. And that kudos to the advanced people to understand that they needed to do that. But it turns out they needed to do it more.
I'd like to propose that we go tell Donald Trump to go fuck himself.
Hear, hear.
Yeah.
Standing ovation.
We are a libertarian convention looking to nominate libertarians. We do not need to give that time to non-libertarians.
This is not a GOP cuckolding convention.
I move to vacate the chair.
I'd like
A motion.
I love
to
the fact that Salvig is there, basically doing the play-by-play on these parliamentary battles here in the Libertarian convention.
We are not like Republicans. We are a distinct group, which is why I'm issuing a motion to vacate, which has not been in the news as it relates to Republicans at all. They'd never do that.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't want to say they're like cooler than Republicans because I wouldn't want to call any of those people cool, but they are more honorable in a way.
They're definitely not cooler than Republicans. They just pan to that crowd. But I mean,
and I wonder how many of them, you know, like our old friend Walter Block, who was an advisor to Ron Paul. This guy was no libertarian slouch within the Libertarian Party. He became a Trumpista within a year or two. I think the younger set of libertarians are always, as they work through that, the mental tick that's associated with libertarianism, they're a lot more sort of like, I think, adamant. And then as they grow older as libertarians and they realize like, oh, I've been living a fantasy life, maybe it's time for me to cash in those chips.
Yeah.
Right. Expiration date. I can't believe Trump even went, to be honest with you.
Well, I think Trump was trying to head off a third-party run. I mean, here's the thing about who they ultimately nominated was this guy Chase. He was the nominee for Senate in Georgia. And you'll recall that in 2020, there had to be a runoff because neither Warnock nor Ossoff got over 50%. Now, they were separate races. It was just because there was one, special election that was happening simultaneously. But Chase ran against Warnock. And when he dropped out of the race, because the runoff is just the top 2 candidates, Warnock went from like 49% to like 51%. So there's reason to believe that those votes, it's quite obvious, it appears, that this libertarian was taking votes away from the Democrat, not the Republican in Georgia. Now, it's Georgia. So
there was so much attention, particularly on the Warnock runoff, and there could be different voters that showed up.
It's hard to know. It's hard to know.
Yeah.
But just people should be aware of that dynamic. Hey, here's why I am such a fan of today's returning sponsor, Ground News. Ground News is a website and app developed by a former NASA engineer who's on a mission to give readers an easy, data-driven way to read the news. Every story comes with a quick visual breakdown of the political bias, factuality, and ownership of the sources that are reporting. Try it out for yourself at ground.news/majority or by using this QR code. Just look at this recent report on unemployment benefit applications remaining steady. Out of the 18 reporting outlets, only one leans right. You can see the ownership and factuality of information of the reporting outlets and even compare the headlines. Gives you a sense of who's reporting what. Ground News also has a blind spot feed, which highlights stories that are disproportionately covered by one side of the political spectrum. For me, ground.news is where I start my day when I'm looking at my news. And it gives me a chance of checking out stories that I might have missed. Ground News is a crucial tool for media transparency and literacy, and best of all, they're offering 40% off their Vantage plan, which includes unlimited access to all their amazing features for only $5 a month. So head to ground.news/majority or click on the link below to sign up and help support an independent news platform working towards a more transparent media landscape.